Ordo Templi Orientis in Latin America. Stay tuned to the end for an exclusive interview. For those interested in topics related to esoteric and fraternal groups, you may already be aware of the vast array of groups that have existed throughout history. However, for those who have delved deeply into the subject, it is evident the influence that the Masonic Order has had on many of these groups. Many of them have emerged from within Freemasonry, such as the Golden Dawn. Even fraternal groups within various religions have structured their degrees and hierarchies drawing from Freemasonry. Some even suggest that some religions have adopted Masonic rituals, as is the case of the Mormons. During my research for my novels, The Secrets of the Brotherhood and The Dawn of Janus, I have delved into these groups and their history in Panama, which has allowed me to discover a reality ignored by many. We have identified at least over 30 different fraternal groups that have been active in the country at some point. However, many of the readers have expressed interest in delving deeper into the mystical and esoteric aspects of this order. Therefore, in my new novel, Tearing the Veil of the Mark, I will go deeper precisely on these aspects. In my quest to immerse myself in the mystical and esoteric world, I came across an organization that many scholars consider an evolution of this basic concept of Freemasonry, taking it to a deeper level in the esoteric field, observing how Freemasonry mainly focuses on rituals aspects and, in many cases, lacks a deep study of its mysteries. This organization advances toward a more advanced understanding of the esoteric aspect. If my goal in my new research was to delve into the aspects of Freemasonry, the logical step was to get involved within the organization. This quest led me to the OTO. The Ordo Templi Orientis, OTO, is an esoteric organization founded in the early 20th century by German Theodor Reuss and Austrian Karl Kellner, both Masons who were involved in circles related to Freemasonry and occultism. Initially, the OTO focused on the study and practice of occultism, magic, and alchemy, attracting a wide spectrum of members including artists, intellectuals, and prominent figures in the world of occultism. One of the most significant moments in the history of the OTO was when Aleister Crowley, also a Mason, joined the organization in 1912 and subsequently rose to the leadership position in 1922. Crowley, a prolific occultist and writer, left an indelible mark onto the OTO, redefining its teachings and hierarchical structure as well as introducing new rituals and practices. Today, the OTO remains active in numerous countries with a variety of lodges and members committed to exploring the occult and the esoteric. According to Lon Milo Duquette, author, Mason, and member of various orders, the OTO draws from Freemasonry the information of which they are custodians, but in their degrees, they do not stop there but delve deeper into it, taking it to a deeper esoteric level.
But it was a Masonic organization whose members also specialized and were particularly interested in the Hermetic subjects, subjects that Masonry had always sort of been proud to have been the custodian of that tradition, but didn't actually teach it outright, much like Masonry today. But the OTO, Crowley saw, I'm going to take the best of both worlds. I'm going to take the advantages and the awesomeness and the spiritual impact of Masonic type degree experiences, personal degree experiences done by a ritual team along these classic Hermetic lines, and set it up to be overtly magical.
As Duquette mentions, when Aleister Crowley joined the OTO, he introduced new concepts to the order. However, many people associate Aleister Crowley with anarchy and chaos. When trying to understand, do what you will shall be the whole of the law. There are many videos online about OTO and Aleister Crowley. But for those interested in learning more about Aleister Crowley and Thelema, you can find a video dedicated to the controversial figure on my YouTube channel, Comics Occult Fan. So, imagine my surprise when I found out that a camp of the OTO had recently been opened in Panama, called El Valle de Nuit, whose information is published through their social networks as the first official local body of the OTO in Panama, located in Boquete, Chiriquí, which led me to that province. During my last trip to Chiriquí, in research of information for my new novel, I had the opportunity to get in touch with this group, where I met Marco and Vanessa, who supervise the bodies of Latin America, and kindly agreed to answer some questions. I leave you with the interview and what was discussed.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Nos gustaría saber la OTO para las personas que no saben qué es. Realmente, cuando escuchamos OTO, ¿de qué se trata la OTO? ¿Qué está buscando la OTO?
OTO es una orden telémica. Es la primera orden que ha usado el libro de la ley como nuestra base. Somos una orden iniciativa. Nuestras enseñanzas son a base de las iniciaciones y la misa gnóstica. Y esa es la base de nuestras enseñanzas en OTO, en pocas palabras.
Hay muchas personas que leen sobre la OTO y pues es inevitable que salga el nombre de Aleister Crowley, por ejemplo. Sin embargo, hay mucha información sobre Aleister Crowley y tienden a asumir que este tipo de grupos está buscando pues cosas que quizá van en contra de pues, cosas naturales, etcétera. Para aclarar, la OTO está buscando el mejoramiento de la persona, está buscando algo diferente, conocimiento. ¿Qué podría ser?
Lo que el libro de la ley enseña es como la propia voluntad del hombre, true will, la verdadera voluntad del hombre. Es lo único importante que tiene cada persona, es divino. Claro. La voluntad verdadera. Y a través de nuestras enseñanzas, uno muchas veces puede aprender qué es su propia voluntad, y es lo único. A mí no me importa qué es tu voluntad. Mientras tú hagas tu voluntad,
así es.
Ella hace su voluntad,
así es.
Él hace su voluntad. Es lo único que enseñamos. Nosotros no queremos saber nada de tu voluntad.
Claro, lo más importante. Excelente. Y en Latinoamérica se está abriendo más campamentos de la OTO, hay más
Sí, ya tenemos campamentos activos en México, Panamá, Costa Rica, Ecuador todavía no, pero ya casi, Argentina y Chile.
Excelente. Bueno, muchísimas gracias por aclararnos esta información que pues hay muchas personas que quizás no conocen y siempre saber de la fuente realmente y no de tanta información que hay en la internet, etcétera, que lo que hace es confundir pues hasta cierto punto, ¿no?
Sí, que nos manden un correo electrónico cualquiera de los campamentos de OTO en cualquiera de estos países y estamos mucho más que felices.
Y el campamento de Panamá es el Valle
de Nuit.
El Valle de Nuit. Excelente, que está localizado en Boquete, ¿no?
Sí, correcto.
Excelente, bueno, muchísimas gracias.
Con mucho gusto.
Excelente. Vanessa, you're also a member of the OTO, and there's a misunderstanding on, doing what you will or doing what you want, but people do not understand the concept, but what is the actual difference?
Well, your true will can be thought of as the thing that is the right thing for you to do, whatever that is in your life. And so it's not just what you want, it's what is right for you.
Yeah.
So everybody has their own will. So if someone has their own will and you have your own will and those wills are at odds, perhaps whatever you're doing is not your will.
Yeah, important, because there are people that think that is an anarchist group because they want to do everything they want, which is not really, the idea, because you have to be in line with what what your real will is, and you have to be in touch with your own heart as well and your feelings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just do what thou wilt. It's
Okay.
do what thou wilt should be the whole of the law.
Mm-hmm.
Love is the law, love under will.
Excellent.
So you have to have love in order for your will to be done.
Nice. I like that. Thank you, Vanessa.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
I would like to thank Marco and Vanessa for answering these questions, as well as Valle de Nuit Camp for providing support in this research, which is part of the work I'm doing for my new novel titled Tearing the Veil of the Mark. Remember that my books are available on Amazon, and you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok under Amilcar Gotti Escritor. If you enjoy this content, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Comics Occult Fan. Thank you very much and take care. Bye bye.